Hey guys, it's your boy Ross or Crimson back with another Wizard101 video, and in this video we're going to be going over, or rather we're going to be making a tier list of all the Wizard101 worlds from Wizard City all the way to Caramel. And before we begin, if you enjoy my content, be sure to drop a like, drop a sub if you're new, it really helps out my channel. And yeah, without further ado, let's just dive right on into it, I guess. Alright, the first world on the tier list we have is Wizard City. I got my max myth wizard right here so we can go through all the worlds. My level 140 myth. Well, I guess the first thing we can do is claim our crowns, because I can. Alright, first world we have on the tier list is Wizard City, so let's go there. Alright, Wizard City, how am I going to rate this? Oh, and if you guys also want to join the Discord, feel free to join. It'll be in the description. But yeah, Wizard City. We've got S tier, which is very fun. Oh yeah, I should probably go over the tier lists with you guys. We have S tier, which is very fun. A tier, above average. Not bad, could be better. B tier, which is average. Not bad, but also not good. C tier, below average, needs revision, situationally good. And F is obviously going to be trash tier. And yeah, let's see. So, Wizard City. I personally, it's not bad. It's all right, I guess. It's the first world you start in, and I have a lot of nostalgia over it. So, it's definitely not S tier. I feel like Wizard City is like B tier, because you go through it, you learn a little bit about Malistaire, like what his goals are, what his intentions are. But after a while, like Cyclops Lane, Firecat Alley, it just felt like a drag to me. I didn't really like it as much as I thought I would. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Wizard City. Okay, so let's move on to the next world. Got my myth right here. We got Crocotopia. Okay, so we are in Crocotopia. You know, at first, I didn't really like Crocotopia to begin with, but honestly, now playing through it on more than one wizard, right? It's kind of grown on me. Because you basically learn a little bit more about Malistaire and what his intentions are, right? He wants to steal the Croconomicon, which he does, and you learn a lot more about him, more than Wizard City. And then you go on a pretty interesting quest line to free all the Manders. I don't know, I kind of really liked Crocotopia. I didn't at first, it's kind of grown on me. I could put this in A tier, because I would put it in S tier, but once you like got to the Crocosphinx, the quests started to drag on like a lot. Too many dungeons, and the dungeons like weren't particularly interesting either, but the storyline was good, so this one was a solid A tier. If it wasn't for the dungeons, I'd probably give Crocotopia a good S tier. Very good story, very interesting, but dungeons, they started to drag on. Okay, moving on. Y'all might recognize this as Marleybone. Just go right in here. Okay, I actually really love Marleybone. I think, like, getting to play detective is like, and helping Sherlock Bones, like, hunt down Meow Yardy. I really liked it. Hey, y'all might disagree with me on this, but I'm putting Marleybone at a solid S tier. Very good story, very good detective-like concept. And if you look closely, it's like one of the few worlds in the entire game where it's actually nighttime. Whereas the other worlds take place during the day, Marleybone takes place during the night. Which was interesting, I guess. And that, and coupled with the amazing story and the plot, solid S tier. And yeah, let's move on to Mushu, I guess. Alright, here we are, Mushu. So, Mushu is kind of a tough one. It is really nostalgic to me. I won't deny that. But like, I didn't think it was that fun. It felt kind of repetitive to me, to be honest. Because like, all you do is do some quests, defeat the Onis, and basically just kept repeating itself in a way. So in terms of the tier list, where would I put Mushu? Kind of want to put it C tier, but like, the Oni bosses do draw some pretty good Stitch gear, so it might be B tier, but like, it's definitely not F tier trash. It wasn't that bad. I might just put it C tier. I just didn't think it was that impressive. Because like, once you defeat one Oni, another quest told you to go and defeat another Oni. And I don't know, it just got repetitive. Alright, moving on. Alright, now we have Dragonspire. Okay, so Dragonspire. Y'all already know. Very long world. Kind of tedious. But, haha, if you don't already know. I actually do have the Dragonspire Master Badge on not one, but 2 wizards. I believe my Life Wizard has it as well. And you get this badge by doing every single side quest in Dragonspire, so I can probably show you guys. It's my 87 Life Wizard right here. And there it is, Dragonspire Master. But anyway, back to the tier list. I sort of enjoyed Dragonspire. I mean, I didn't enjoy how long it was, but it was alright, I guess. You learn way more about Malistaire, what his intentions were, what he did, and you basically get to fight him. You basically get to take down the man himself who's been causing you so much trouble from Wizard City. So I would put Dragonspire at A tier, but like Malistaire, man, you get to fight him. Can't go wrong with that. So yeah, moving on. Grizzlheim. Alright, and we are in Grizzlheim. So you guys might know this is like an optional side world. I didn't think it was that bad, to be honest, but where would I put Grizzlheim in terms of the tier list? I didn't particularly dislike Grizzlheim, but like, it was alright for the experience. So, in terms of the tier list, I would put Grizzlheim at, I guess, B tier. Like, it was pretty good. The questline was kind of interesting. And in the end, you have to do it anyway for the spells. So, average. Wasn't too long, wasn't too short. Not bad, but definitely not good. I don't know, that's really all I have to say about Grizzlheim. Moving on. To Celestia. Alright, so Celestia. This is the world where you are first exposed to astral spells, sun, star, and moon spells. The questline was not bad, but definitely not good. Like, there were some areas that were pretty good, like, I don't know, like, the floating land was pretty good, survey camp was alright, Crustacean Empire dragged on a bit, Storm Riven was alright, and Science Center was terrible. I hated Science Center. So it's kind of a toss-up on Celestia. So where would I put it in terms of the tier list? I'm going to give it a solid B tier because some of the areas were good and some were bad. But yeah, moving on. I don't know if Wisteria is on the tier list, but I can cover it. Honestly, despite how much hate Wisteria gets, I would give it S tier. I really liked getting to play in a rival school as opposed from Ravenwood. So, in terms of the tier list, solid S tier for Wisteria. I really liked the storyline. I really liked to play in Ravenwood's rival school and I just really liked Wisteria. I wish they did more with it, but it was very good. I just hate that you literally never come back here once you beat it. Okay, moving on. Alright. Zafaria. I have a bone to pick with this one. I mean, I honestly didn't really like Zafaria very much. Like, the quest line to find the missing students in itself was pretty fun. But the thing with Zafaria, too many defeat and collect quests, too many mob battles, and it just felt like it was just a pain to get through. So going back to the tier list, I'm putting Zafaria on F tier. I didn't really like it. The defeat and collect quests were terrible. They started to drag on after a while. And it was just unfun to quest through. Okay, moving on. Avalon. If you guys really know me, I love medieval knights in the medieval era. And that's what Avalon was, so easy S tier. Loved it. Very fun. Don't know what else to say. Very good quest line too. Very interesting. The quest line to basically save King Artorias from becoming the Pendragon. You learn a little bit about Morganth's past, so yeah. That's it for Avalon. Moving on. Welcome to Azteca. The one world dreaded by all wizards alike. I mean, Azteca was fine for you to get, like, you get your aura. You get sharpened blade out of it. You get potent trap out of it, if you want. But other than that, Azteca kind of felt like a chore. It's way too long, the bosses are incredibly difficult, and it was just unfun to play through. Like, I enjoyed Azteca, but at the same time I didn't, so putting it F tier. Okay, moving on. And we have arrived at Chrysalis. Chrysalis was, again, way too long. Like, you just got out of Azteca, and immediately after that, boom, you're hit with another really long world. And the developers even knew that, because they divided it into 2 parts. And it was just unfun. Like, you get your shadow spells, and then after that, there's really not much else to do in Chrysalis. So, I'll put it F tier. moving on. Next, we've got Polaris, which is, and Polaris, if you guys didn't know, it's the start of Arc 3 in the story, so. I haven't met a single person that actually hates Polaris. I personally love it. You got this nice, dark, Christmassy winter wonderland theme. And I'm using a Christmas mount right now. I've got that nice winter stitch on my myth. Questline was good. The areas were spectacular. And it was just very short, very sweet, not that hard. And yeah. Solid S tier. And yeah, that's pretty much all that there is to say about Polaris. Arcanum is just the Arcanum. Not much to do there, so. Okay, we have Mirage. I mean, the areas in Mirage looks pretty cool, but like, I didn't really enjoy the story as much as I thought I would. It wasn't bad, but some areas were kinda long, so I'll give it B tier. I enjoyed the story with Snake Plissken. I'll give it that much. Easton Boa, definitely one of my favorite areas. Okay, what's next? Next is Imperia. I honestly thought Imperia was boring. It's too long. The bosses, they aren't necessarily hard, but they are annoying. I mean, part 2 was way better, but like part 1 just kept, it was boring, man. I would give it F tier, but part 2 saved it, so I'll give it C tier. I really enjoyed the fight with Medulla though, so solid C tier. And yeah, the last world is Caramel. I don't know what to say about Caramel. It's pretty, I mean, it's not bad. It's pretty alright, I guess. The storyline was funny. I'll give it that. The whole storyline with Nana, like putting the gobblers in the machines and making them sweat. When you found out the truth about Caramel, it was definitely an eye-opener. Plus all the areas were unique. They were well thought out. They were very beautiful. But it did get boring after a bit, so I'll give it A tier. And y'all can see Caramel up there. Gave it A tier. And the last 3 things on this tier list are Aquila, which is, I mean, in terms of being good, don't know. What would I put Aquila? I guess B tier. I mean, you farm it for your gear and then you leave. There's not much else to do here. Barkingham Palace dungeons. Kind of irrelevant, honestly. They were fun, but irrelevant, so F tier. And the drains, also F tier. Because, again, irrelevant. If you want Dragoon gear, you do it. If not, you can just skip it. I personally didn't really care too much about Dragoon gear, so I just skipped it. And yeah, that's going to be it for this tier list. I'll give you guys a minute to basically look through, see what we got in the end. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like, drop a sub, really helps out my channel. Join the Discord if you want to, the link will be in the description. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of the day / nights, depending on where you are. And yeah, peace. Also, follow on Twitch if you're new. Again, all links will be in the description. And yeah, peace. This time for real.